wicked, man. Still got it back. That's how big I am. Shalom.
Shalom.
The Hebrew Israelites coming week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of America, Babylon the Great, to tell you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the true biblical Israelites and it's time to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. We want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. As you see, out here another week, to the grace and mercy of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua. We got a new scene, picked a new scenery for a few events that's going on downtown in an area where we usually speak at. But, you know, sometimes new scenery is good. You know, it can be refreshing, even though our water looked like shit. You know, but just being in the, you know, in the presence of the trees and being around greenery, just really not being around buildings, cars, people everywhere that vex you. You know, cigarette smoke, weed smoke, you know, all the different things you see when you out on the highways and byways, you know. But as you see the title of the video, Fire Upon the Wicked, you know, as me and the brothers was just discussing here, you know, with these lantern flies, they're everywhere, man. You know, they're everywhere. And we know they was brought here. You know, now could they have been brought from just people traveling from country to country? Yeah, maybe so, but I think E doing some other shit. You know? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it said this is for the spotted lanternflies. It says the spotted lanternfly is a plant hopper indigenous to parts of China, Vietnam. It is spread invasively to Japan, South Korea, and the United States. So it's originally from Moab land.
Moab land. Yeah. Yeah, God. But what they do though, you know, because people might see these lantern flies and they're like, well, you know, what they might think it's normal, but it's not. They're not from here. And on top of that, how harmful can they be? And I think you already got to pull that, right?
Right. So it says, yeah, it says for lantern, it says they feed on plants and excrete honeydew. It is sticky and it's gross, and it attracts mold and can be slippery when you have safety issues. So they basically eat plants, man.
Yeah.
Right. They eat trees. They bring diseases to the trees. They bring mold to the trees, right? And they also attract other insects that are harmful to people. You know, so they're destroying plants, man. Right, and there's no.
They don't have a natural predator in this environment.
Right.
As most invasive species, I think you got like the lionfish out there in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. The fish with the little poisonous spines on it.
Oh shit.
They don't have like a natural. I think it's Japanese lionfish or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, you know these things. Now one way he could be using these things, as the bro was speaking about, is to destroy natural crops. You know what I'm saying? Because one of his goals is what I got one on me. Oh yeah, the mugs. They harmless, but
go ahead.
You know, but yeah, to us at least. But E could be trying to use it to kill the different fruit trees and stuff. One of the things I noticed is, hey look, I don't know what to attribute it to, but I feel like Esau is purposely getting rid of certain resources that people could maybe harvest that's in the local cities. They got this plant that I did a video on called Staghorn Sumac.
Yep.
It's a spice, and you could also get vitamin C from it. And there was a lot of sumac trees around here, and I got to harvest some of them. And I noticed that I saw one pop up close by my house. The next day, I didn't see it no more. And see, I feel like he's purposely taking them down, okay? Because he don't want you to be able to get any type of nutrients outside of his system of control. Go ahead, bro. You know, and then there'll be fruit trees in certain like ghettos and stuff that you hear stories about that randomly get killed, and you have older Jake that say they would come and pour something on the tree, and then it would die. You know, this devil wants to destroy the earth, and he wants to control you, man. He don't want you finding food outside of his grocery store where he can put pesticides and things on them and make you ill. You know?
That's right. French. Oh, they got French bullies. Yeah, they look nice too. I got some Book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse. We used to it now. We know what it is now. If you swiping me, we know what it is. The Book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, that thou shouldest give reward." Thou shalt give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name. Small and great, bro, it gotta be.
It's a plague, yeah.
Small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy them which destroy the earth, which that's how Esau gets his blessing, man. Okay? Scripture say he was going to be blessed with the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, and by thy sword shalt thou live. Right? So this devil, you know, he goes around manipulating the landscape for his different urban developments, you know, just randomly cutting down the habitation of different animals and insects and things like that. For what? So that he can put up a big concrete jungle that might not even be inhabited, you know? There's a lot of space that gets built, especially over there in Japan, where, you know, houses just there and nobody living in them. I remember seeing something on that before. You got the same thing here, you know, especially like in the hood. A lot of abandoned and condemned houses, and nobody lives in them.
Yeah, you see that. You see videos of that of all across the earth, or all across Babylon and Great, where there's just vacant lots, vacant cities, not cities, but little towns. You know, just a whole open field of, you know, no one possessing in that area. Yeah, I don't see. Might be our last time coming to this spot right here. For real. Go ahead, Op.
I got a precept for you, because hey, like the brother was saying, hey, when you read Second Ezra, what is it, chapter 15, the Lord's gonna bring the plagues of Egypt again, man. You know, so I'm gonna read this because it goes into the different plagues that came, that the Lord brought upon Egypt. And we're gonna see that we're seeing a lot of that starting to come to pass here in America, man.
Yep.
You know, Psalms chapter 78 and verse 41. Yea, they turned back and tempted the Most High, and limited the Holy One of Israel. They remembered not his hand, nor the day when he delivered them from the enemy. How he had wrought his signs in Egypt, and his wonders in the field of Zoan, and had turned their rivers into blood, and their floods that they could not drink. So don't be surprised if you start seeing stuff like that again. You already can't drink the tap water, right? But in a real desperate situation, don't be surprised if you start hearing reports or actually seeing people's water they're trying to drink turn to blood right before them. You know?
You got to remember too, the scriptures talk about that star. There was a certain seal that's open. Forget what number it is, and then a certain portion of the waters was turned into wormwood. The waters were made bitter, right? So you have which there was a dream that was given. I spoke about it before, of being careful, because you got the water filters, and you know, once it gets to a certain concentration, you end up drinking more of the negative toxins than than that's actually present in the water, because the filter builds up. So I was, warned to monitor it so my animals wouldn't get sick or die, right? So Esau one day might just put something in the water. You know what I'm saying? Just start messing people up. We don't know what's gonna happen, man.
Right.
You know, but this devil's trying to unalive a mass number of people, man. Go ahead.
That's
the charge been given into him, so like
No, just going into what you said. Look at the Georgia Guidestones. Whenever you're ready to move, we can move. I found another spot.
It says, he sent diverse sorts of flies among them and devoured them, and frogs which destroyed them.
Hey, no, because what you see happening around the earth, bro, like there's plagues that have really never been seen before. Tornadoes, different insects that have been plaguing cities. You know what I'm saying? And it's been happening all across the world. Yeah, we're moving. I can't do it.
Another one just hit him in the head.
They
I can't.
They congregating.
Bro.
They congregating.
It's all good, man. They want to hear the word too.
Yeah, okay. Luckily, they ain't hearing my foot right now. But no, so as I was saying, you know, when you look at different things happening across the world, you have different cities been dealing with, or even countries, they've been dealing with plagues of locusts.
Yep.
And just different plagues of different insects. Just check out you can find it on YouTube or World Star Hip Hop. I think that's like a pear tree right behind us, or a little apple tree or something.
Oh yeah, those are like crab apples.
So is that the one where animals can eat and we can't, right?
There's something. Apple tree got a different leaf.
Those are fuzzy. There's something weird.
Well, yeah, I only brought that up because I just seen a video about it and how these different insects are taking over cities, you know? And what's happening to us right now on the trail, see, they just flying on us one by one. I'm talking about what's happening in the cities, there's thousands of them. You know?
Hey, what's
How you
going on?
doing?
Beautiful dogs.
Yeah, they are. You know, thousands of them, you know, swarming, covering people's cars, covering people's homes. So just imagine what it do to an individual, you know, that's just walking around like us, you know? But go ahead, bro.
Right. It says he sent diverse sorts of flies among them and devoured them, and frogs which destroyed them. He gave their increase. Now what does it mean by increase? It means their crops, right? It says he gave their increase unto the caterpillar and their labor unto the locust. What do you labor for? You by the sweat of thy brow thou shalt eat bread. That's what you labor for. The fruits, the crops, the wheat, so you can have food.
Yeah.
So all the different food that they had in Egypt, you know, Egypt was pretty rich, man. We built them up. We built them treasure cities and everything, man. And they also, Egypt was known for having baked goods, man. You know, just like America, you know. All these different baked goods and bread, man. So the Lord caused different insects, caterpillars, locusts, to come eat all that stuff up so they can have no food to eat, man. And hey, that's what we're seeing, because these particular spotted lanternflies, they target trees, man. In particular fruit trees too.
They target everything, any crop that you can think of, they're attacking it. You know, so it's like a double edge with Esau, bro. Like he knows all this. He know what bugs eat what and do what. You know.
But then furthermore, you know, let's say by some chance Esau didn't plan it. Like the bro read, the Lord's gonna send plagues.
Yeah.
You know, this Esau, the king of Babylon, which is Esau Edom, he ain't likened unto Pharaoh for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, Esau Edom is likened unto Pharaoh in Romans 9. For this very cause have I raised thee up. So when we talk about, which we can get that in Esdras, smite Egypt with plagues again. I think that's in Esdras.
Yes, in Esdras
15.
You know, so when the Lord says he's going to smite Egypt with plagues again, you know, he's going to do those same marvelous and maybe even greater works. All right? And what do you say? Diverse flies were sent among them. So that's why me and the bro made that noise, because it's called a lantern fly. You know?
It says, he gave their, and you, look, you can see all the things that King David is mentioning that happened in Egypt. You can see all of that happening today. It says he gave up, he destroyed their vines with hail, and their sycamore trees with frost. So you got the Lord caused freak weather conditions to destroy their stuff, man. Destroy their animals that they eat and their crops. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to the hot thunderbolts. All these different tornadoes and floods and storms that goes on where? In the Midwest, right? Which are what? In the Midwest, you got the cattle states, where you get a lot of the different crops and the different animals that you eat, the meat. You know, it was so much to the point it was being flooded out so much to the point where now these niggas is getting beef from Africa. They're getting beef from it was getting beef from Brazil, New Zealand. Now they got to go to other places outside to ship in meat.
Yeah.
Because the Lord is destroyed, but they don't put a lot of it is out there, but people are so stupid, man.
Yeah, bro.
They don't pay attention.
They don't see it. Only people that's directly now we're feeling it on the level of inflation of not being able to pay for things, you know, things being higher, having to choose because they said for the statistics, they said 40, I believe it's more, but they said 48% of Americans are fighting of what bill they're going to pay. Like something getting cut out.
It's more than 40%.
I think it's more than it got to be more than 48. You know, but this is what they're saying. But like as the bro's saying, people that's directly knowing what's taking place is the people that are growing the crops, the farmers.
That's
you know.
in there in that second Ezra too.
Okay, well, can I back you up? I got 2 precepts for you real quick. Because you talked about the heat. How you doing? You talked about the heat. The book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 8. It says, and the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of the Most High, which have power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. So even at all these different things that the Lord is doing to the earth, clearly, you should already know this is a higher power doing this, right? Which true name is Yahweh. You should know this is him doing this. But they still ain't giving the Lord his glory, right? Esau's so proud, right? Because we know he ain't going to repent. He's so proud. He see what the Lord doing, and he's still talking shit. He's still trying to, I'm going to figure it out. Like, he said, what? I'm going to block out the sun. Why would you do that? I'm going to try to block out the sun. What? That's natural light.
Yeah, I know.
You know, that's bro, we need the sun, bro.
And what happens too though, see Esau, he's put a lot of growing stuff indoors.
Yeah.
He does things hydroponically, grows things indoors with chemicals and things like that.
Yep.
So
You're right.
if what's the best way to get the benefits of growing stuff? In the soil, in the sun. Okay, that's the best way to grow. It makes the plants flourish the most. Even in this lower estate that the earth is in, that's the way to get the biggest and most plentiful plants. All right, but what is he going to accomplish by blocking out the sun? See, we had a very late cold season this year. You know what I'm saying? It was cold deep into what would be considered the summer months.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The spring and summer months. And I noticed it had an effect on certain plants, right?
Yep.
Where plants are starting to spring now when it's hot as hell. You know?
And it's not growing to its full potential.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to seed early.
Going to seed. I had a few things go to seed early. You know what I'm saying? Because of the cold shocked it. So, you know, Esau's gonna cut out being able to naturally grow things. He wants you to come to him for all things, man.
Yep.
So if he gotta spray some type of plastic or metal or whatever to block the sun, he gonna do that.
A precept. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 35. Thus saith Yahweh, which giveth sun for light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith Yahweh, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. You know, because that's really his goal. That's his agenda. You know, he's trying to destroy the natural things of the Heavenly Father. Why? Because as the scriptures say, he think he is God. You know? He is the one that trying to sit up in that seat, you know? But your arms is too short to box with the Most High. But there's no other nation. Now, other nations are doing, they got their badness that they doing. But they not doing what E doing, bro. They not doing what E doing. E is doing the absolute most terroristic things to the earth and to the people, man. Right? All just because he want to accomplish his goal. Verse 37. Thus saith Yahweh, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith Yahweh. So this is why he really trying to, you know, go deep sea diving, trying to go to the bottom of the ocean floor and search out the oceans and search out the heavens and all these different things. Why? Because he's really trying to get rid of us. You know, what we always say, these rest of these people, they're really like pawns, you know? Now, pawns can play a significant role on the chessboard. You can't knock a pawn. I had to realize that as I grow older, you know what I'm saying? Pawns play a very significant role, you know? And that's, you can use them as the heathen. But it really comes down to what? That king, you know? And then a queen beside him, which you lose a queen, you almost done.
Yeah, you damn
You know,
yeah.
You know, but this is what he wants to do to the nation of Israel. You know, but you can't search out the oceans beneath. Bro, you can't even get, they said you can't get to the bottom of the ocean because the pressure is so, they said that it's so, okay, yeah, so great that when you do try to go down there, it starts to crack the windows, or it starts to destroy whatever equipment that you put down there.
Yeah, look what happened to them rich folks.
Oh yeah,
They were searching for it for a while. It said it imploded.
Imploded.
The sub they was in imploded. And those was billionaires, I believe.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Those are some billionaires. You know, but it's in Psalms 83 to back the bro up, because people might hear what he said and say, oh, ultimately they're doing this to get rid of us, and say, well, who are you? Who are you niggas? But Psalms 83 says what? He wants to, we can get it, you know what I'm saying? So, I can't even quote it right now. But that's what these devils, and he mentioned the other pawns, they're all in one consent to do this together.
Yeah, yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then too, like, you know, just while bro's getting that, you know, I want to make this statement too, because he said, without a queen, you damn near lose, like in the actual chess. But even when you think about in real life, there's certain characteristics of a Proverbs 31 woman. One of them says, his heart safely doth trust in her, so he have no need of spoil. See, a true woman who was trying to fill out the Proverbs 31, there's a lot of things she did. She was weaving flax, she was making wares, she was saving money, she was selling things, she was buying land if she had to. You know what I'm saying? She was a hustler. She wasn't just, it says she eateth not the bread of idleness. You know, a lot of women think that she was just kicked up, sit back, eating cheese and shit. No, she was doing things with her, she working with her hands. She knows that her merchandise is good, right? She waking up early. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. She was a help me. She was your rest. And you know what you saying, that we see what E have done. Like, we always talk about women, right? We always get on the women. And what we trying to really get you women to understand is y'all are very powerful.
Yeah.
Very. Now, you can be powerful on the right hand side or on the left hand side. Either way, you're powerful. And E knows this. E knows this. They did, right? Seemed like they want to hear the word. It was worse over there, though. It was definitely worse over there. But E knows this. So this is why he pours that influence out of the destruction mindset on a woman, so she can further help try to destroy her man. Just like the serpent did in the garden with Eve. Right? He went to Eve. She was the weaker vessel. He whispered in her ear. She liked what she heard, and then she went right to her man. Look, babe.
Look what I got.
What about this? You know, Jake. Oh yeah. Let's try that out.
See what that is.
Even though he was told, don't do this, don't do that. Because that's what women like to come on the comment boards and say, like, oh well, he didn't have to listen to her. And maybe he was the weak one, or this and that. Regardless, you're missing the point. What we're saying. We're saying the influence of a woman. You know what I'm saying?
That's a man's glory.
It's a man's glory, and this is why he attacked y'all the way he did, or that's why he's still attacking y'all the way he's doing it, because he knows it's a further going to help destroy your nation.
You know what cuts that? Just get the scripture where it says, giving honor unto the weaker vessel. Get the one that says the man was not deceived, but the woman was deceived.
Yeah, I got you.
You see, there's a lot of them. I'm saying we ain't got to, but
Right.
if you were addressed with that statement, oh, you want to be proud, right? I'm going to let the word cut you. I ain't going to cut you out.
There's no wickedness above the wickedness of a woman.
Yeah, and hey,
There's so many precepts.
I don't recommend you get that one. I recommend that you keep that one in your mind, unless you want to argue with the female you talking to. But let her get cut by, giving honor unto the weaker vessel. Let her get cut by, she was in the transgression because she was deceived. And that way, there's no arguments. Oh, you can't gainsay her. See, the scripture say it will give you a mouth that nobody can gainsay or come against or resist. That's it right there. See? So I ain't got to argue with you and give you my words. I'm going to let the scripture cut you.
Yeah, so nevertheless, what we're saying is, you Israelite women, y'all have a beautiful role. We got the biggest role, but we're not downplaying y'all role, so that's why we get on y'all so much. You know what I mean? But for you sisters, that's for you sisters that's trying, hey, salute. Keep your head in the faith. So let's go to the Psalms 83 verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Now we talk about some of our crafty counsel just with how they destroyed the minds of our women.
Yeah.
That was crafty counsel, bro. And we see the destruction of it happening so rapidly right now. It's just terrible.
Not only did he do that, he purposely made it harder. You wonder why the cost of living ain't going up? Because he don't want Jake to be able to single-handedly supply and support a household.
Yep.
See, if Jake could just focus on the working and the wife could focus on, under the guidance of the husband, rearing up the children, see, we would be in a better estate.
Yep.
But we in the curses.
Yep.
All right, and Esau see, this is the thing about it. Where's the one that says his brethren also and he is not? This is one of the, anyway. And he is not, right? So basically, even Esau, to where you see an Edomite working a job, you ask them how much they getting paid, unimaginable. I'm making $11, $12 an hour, you know what I'm saying? They working full-time job, $11, $12 an hour. That ain't gonna get you nothing. Nowhere is that allowing you to live on your own and support yourself. It can't happen, right? So what he gotta do, he gotta have a roommate, or the woman now has to go into the workplace, whatever the case is, right? Ultimately, even they gotta suffer for the purposes of getting the Israelites. I think it says his brethren is oppressed, and he is not. So he'll shoot them niggas in the foot. You know what I'm saying? Just to get us, man. Go ahead.
Yep. So for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, Ammon, and Amalek. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot.
Yeah, and they named it down the list, because you got Esau. He's the ringmaster, right? In this abominable circus with the whip. Whacking the whip. While you got the other helpers in the service. They said Ishmael. What does Ishmael do? He get these corner stores primarily in your hood. They be the Ishmaelite corner stores. What they be up in there? Selling you pork, selling you blunts, cigars, all the things to destroy you, right? He's right there, and then right along after him, you got the other nation, man. It said Moab next.
Yep.
What they doing? Cutting up cats, dogs, feeding you shrimp lo mein, shrimp fried rice. You want some shrimp fried white, shrimp egg roll, right? Giving you all these abominations, and you ask any Jake what's some of the best takeout, they're gonna say Chinese in the hood.
Yep.
But them niggas is feeding you abominations.
Abomination. Fake rice.
Yeah.
Plastic.
Rats.
Yup, rats.
All type of shit.
Going to Ammon too.
Yeah.
The hair stores.
Yeah.
Ishmael run all that. And look, let me tell you this, right? Downtown right now, there is over, from what I seen on one block, at least four stores that's ran by Ishmael, right? What can you all get in those stores? Everything you can imagine. One of the stores is called We Have Everything, something to that effect, bro. You can get everything. The shit's open. It's open like 18 hours a day, roughly, bro. You see? Because maybe 14. They open at 7. They don't close till like 10, 11. So how many hours that is? Bro, Jake be downtown busted. Bro, they sell liquor all day, 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. You can get liquor at any time. Bro, Jake be downtown looking crazy. Not even just Jake, just people. And I just be down there like, yo. But it's Ishmael.
Yeah.
You niggas is supposed to be Quran believers, religious, but you selling all this bullshit to Jake. Well, I thought y'all was supposed to be a religious people that had no standards. Y'all ain't got no fucking standards, man.
A lot of Muslims believe that it's haram or it's wicked to drink alcohol, but they don't mind selling it.
And they don't mind selling it.
And then furthermore too, just to summarize it, we can go into specifics. It said the Philistines, which go into the Hamites.
Hamites,
You
yeah.
know what they do, okay? And then the children of Lot. What else do they got? Got nail salons. See, you got so many different things, nail salons and beauty supplies, that really are surrounded around Juice and Jake.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you get that story of Lazarus and the rich man. They said the dogs licked his sores.
Mm-hmm.
The dogs around about licked his sores. You know what I'm saying?
What, right. They capitalize off of Jake's state in their curse.
Yep.
They know that there's a curse upon the so-called black woman, West Indian woman, right? Where their hair is falling out, man. Or they don't have the glory of their hair, so they capitalize off of that. Oh, well, we could get you this hair over here, right? And a lot of these different hair salons or places that sell fake hair, or some of it's real. A lot of it's real.
A lot of it's real.
It's been sacrificed unto a demon, man.
Yep.
Then she put it on. Now she got spirits on it.
Yeah.
And now you got problems in your home because she wanted to buy a damn $350, $400 damn wig. Okay, that Ling Ling used to have on her head, or that Vishnu used to wear. And now it got that goddamn, what's that spirit that be cutting men's head off?
Oh, that Kali spirit.
Yeah, now I got the Kali spirit on it.
Yeah,
The bitch trying to stab you now.
It's literally demonically charged. That's because they feel what's that deity is a feminine deity, right?
Jezebel.
Right,
maybe not.
Kali is like
Kali. Oh yeah, she's feminine. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
And that's why a lot of those different those celebrities, right? Those they stick their tongues out.
Yeah,
Your Cardi B's and your
Foxy Brown.
Fox.
Even when you go to Il Nana, that goes
Nana,
back to a pagan deity as well.
Uh-huh.
You know, a lot of what else? What's Beyonce's name? Sasha Fierce.
Yeah, Sasha Fierce.
Right. A lot of that shit, all that shit go back. Yeah, it's some demonic energy, bro. The one shorty, and I'm tired of talking about them, but her name is Young Miami, right? Some 304, you know. So she's getting asked questions of another woman was like, so say if your daughter wanted to be just like you, right? What would you say? She's like, no, I want to raise my daughter differently than how I was raised. And I'm just like, but you're influencing other young women, a generation, to be a 304, hot girl summer. But you don't want your daughter to be like that though, right? Like, come on, man. Jake, a lot of things y'all doing for this fame and money is gonna get y'all destroyed. I got some. Lamentations chapter 2, verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? So when the nations see us, right, walking around abroad, moving around abroad in the earth, they're like, y'all supposed to be the people of the Lord. Y'all the holy people. Our women are literally known for twerking.
Yeah.
Right? Getting on the internet showing their bodies. Right? You know, our men are being known to being what? Thugs. You know what I'm saying? Thugs that run around with all this jewelry on, flossing, you know, treating people like shit, gang banging, killing each other. That's what we known as the people. Another person come from another country and say, well, what do you think about the average black man and a black woman? What's the first thing you think of? Them are the things that they're going to say. Or something even worse that I probably didn't mention. That's shameful, man.
And you know what's crazy too? A lot of people that come over here, these different movies and TV shows that they push out, you know, and it goes out to the world on how it gives a perspective already of how they view Jake here in America, man, or Jake period.
Yep.
You know, so they already judging you based upon what they saw in a fucking movie.
Yep.
You know, and there's a lot of movies that's true. That's true, but not every Jake is like that, man.
Yeah, it's like that. But, you know, it's hard for them to think that when Jake on World Star acting a goddamn fool. Jake all over YouTube acting crazy. So verse 16, it says, all thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. So as the brother was mentioning, how they're capitalizing off of our polluted mind state, right? Or trauma. They're capitalizing off of all of this. You got to think, Jake, we run the workforce. So-called Negro, Latino, Native American man, woman, and child, or man and women.
Yeah.
We run the workforce, right? But how is it that we're the most consuming people? You know, we make the most money out of it all, for us in a group, but we consume the most. You know, all because if Jake wanted to stop buying shit, bro, Jake can make everybody go broke in one day.
I would say we don't even make the most; we just spend the most.
Not, you're right. We don't make the most; we spend the most. That's what I'm
Esau make the most.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
He don't spend his money. He'll save it.
He'll save it.
You know, or a lot of Edomites had accountability where their wife can do certain things around the house and save them money. They know how to cook certain things, and because it's cheaper when you cook. When you get ingredients and cook, you multiply your money versus, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Versus going and buy, you go get an ice cream at McDonald's for $2, or you go get a pint of ice cream, or furthermore, you make the ice. You know what I'm saying? The further you get, closer you get down to doing things by scratch, the more money you save.
Raw ingredients,
Yeah.
Or it could be vice versa. Say if the man stay home, you know what I'm saying? That could work. I mean, we'd rather not be that way, but you know, there's certain cases where we seen that work too, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, woman shall compass a man. A lot of times a woman, you know what I'm saying, will get more, a man is usually more intimidating, you know what I'm saying, in the workplace. You gotta either play a bitch role or you just ain't gonna fit in. You know what I'm saying? If you even get that chance, that's why a lot of times you see Transformers or Zesty Boys.
Oh my God, flourishing.
Yeah, flourishing.
Those
They're
be your managers, man.
Yeah, they be making the bread.
They make big bread,
They
bro.
make the big bread because they're not intimidating, right? And it could be a further agenda for either want to push that as well, but he'll choose that or a woman usually over the strong black male, so-called strong Israelite man. You know, they don't want that to be a symbol of power or status. That's why they did the buck breaking.
It's to keep you down, black man. As they would say, with Israelite man, it's to keep the Israelite man down.
Yeah.
Verse 17, it says, the Lord have done that which he had devised. He had fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He have thrown down and have not pitied. He have caused thy enemy to rejoice over thee. He have set up the horn of thine adversaries. Said the Lord did not pity.
Right.
But why would he? Why would he? All time and time again, he dealing with us. He dealing with us. We would go, Judges. You go through the book of Judges. It was Jake going off. You know, we get a judge. We listen. That judge died. We go off again. We get a new judge. We listen. That judge died. We go off again. It's like, bro, it got to the point where it was insanity. You know. So it says, and he have caused thy enemy to rejoice over thee, which we are seeing on a daily basis. The enemy is always rejoicing over us because we're downtrodden. You know, they make mockery of us. You see? And it says, he have set up the horn of thine adversaries. Their heart cried unto the Lord, which Jake is constantly crying out. We're constantly in a crying out state, you know? And we cry out in so many different ways you can't even think of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the scriptures talk about how the Spirit making intercession, you know, for the utterance and groans, the things, basically the things that can't be uttered. And that's for the elect, man. Right? So even your spirit is groaning, and it can't be uttered in words, man.
And a lot of Jake, you know, sometimes we can destroy ourselves because a lot of us keep the shit in. You know, you keep it in because what were we taught growing up? You know, and people don't think this is a big issue. Bro, yes, the black man was taught this growing up of don't cry.
Yeah, be super strong.
Don't cry, be strong. You'll figure it out. To now you're seeing the effect of it like, oh shit, you didn't kept this shit in, you built this shit up for 25 plus years.
Yeah.
Now, you know, that's why niggas run around crazy.
You a fucked up person.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta have that release, man.
You don't know how to deal with shit. But that's because you did that.
Yeah, you did.
You did that. You caused that for us.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? When you look in our culture, there's how men were back, and these were fierce
manly men.
These were manly
Men of war.
Men of war. Look at what King David did when he heard him and his men when he heard that King Saul died, man. He rented his clothes. He was wailing, man.
He wept, and that was his enemy. You know what I'm saying? So imagine how much more for other things, right? There wasn't nothing wrong with hey, what did the scripture say? Rend your hearts and not your garments, because that's how much Jake was just like ripping out of his shirt and then crying. You know?
That's like some ancient stuff you see on the movie.
Yeah. So it says their heart cried unto the Lord, and really, the 2/3, they're somewhat crying. You know what I mean? The people that's really crying is the elect. The elect men and women. We crying out for real. But we can't say 2/3 ain't crying because they are, and it's just in a different way. They crying because they through. Yeah. We sighing and crying at abominations that's been done in the midst of, and we want to get the hell up out of here, and various different things. I'm talking about they crying because they fucked up too.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Jake is satiated or comfortabilized by the worldly things.
Worldly things, yeah.
The wino is cool once he gets his wine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yup. So it says, let tears run down like a river, day and night. Give thyself no rest. Let not the apple of thine eyes cease. Arise, cry out in the night, and in the beginning of the watches, pour out thine heart like water before the face of the Lord. Lift up thy hands toward him, for the life of thy young children that faint for hunger are in the top of every street. So, but that we about to see that happen too. Because remember, the Lamentations is after the book of Jeremiah. Jerusalem was getting effed up. Famine, all these different things was happening at that time. Because that's why when you go into the scripture, when they talk about I'll read this real quick just to back it up. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 8, it says, their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It has become like a stick. What was we going through? Famine. And we see a famine. Bro, wait till the famine hit America, man. Yeah. Wait till the famine hit America. Because remember, America is great. Compared to a lot of these other countries.
Yeah, third world countries.
To third world countries. America is great, bro. You can get the abundance of it. Right now, me and the brothers can leave and we can travel and go to any eatery we want.
We ain't got to go far neither.
Yeah, or we can just get it here.
Uber Eats. Drop your location.
Drop the location. That's how easy it is. But these things are about to be taken away. And when it's these things like that won't get taken away, Jake gonna go crazy.
Because, when you think about it, poor and homeless here in America is different than poor and homeless in another country.
Yeah, that's true.
In another country, it's harder, man. But over here, you could be poor and homeless. You see the people begging out on the street. People giving them money. They can go get them a bucket of chicken and be good for a couple of days.
They can shower every day.
They can shower,
shave. They can go to certain lunch lines and eat every day if they need to.
Or shelter to clean up for a day or two. Yep, you're right.
Yep. They can go to a day labor thing if they want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they got their ID and do a day labor and get paid that day.
But in other countries, man, it ain't so.
Yeah, you destitute one day. In another country, if you poor, you destitute. Your ass is digging through the mud trying to find some worms or something niggas can rub on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rubbing the bark off a tree to make some dust, the tree dust, to chew on that shit or something. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, dog.
No, you're right, bro. You're right.
Picking through garbage, man.
Yeah, picking through trash,
Right. So I got this precept going back into what we was talking about earlier, because the brother read Jeremiah 31.
Yeah.
Where it talks about the ordinance of the sun and the moon, right? And this is why, through the Spirit, King David may have been praising the Lord about this, right? For all the different creations that He has created, right? I'm gonna read this. This is Psalms chapter 148 and verse 1. It says, "Praise ye the Lord, praise ye from the heavens, praise Him in the heights, praise ye Him all His angels, praise ye Him all His hosts, Praise ye him, sun and moon. Praise him, all ye stars of light. Praise him, ye heaven of heavens, and ye waters that be above the heavens. Let them praise the name of the Lord, for he commanded and they were created. Right? So all these different things were created, right? It says, he have also established them forever and ever. He hath made a decree which shall not pass. So the sun, the moon, the stars, all these different celestial bodies, the earth, all these different creations are going to be here forever. Right? Now why is that so great? Right? Because if they're going to be here forever, guess what? Israel's going to be here forever.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
You know, and I just wanted to get that, man.
Ain't gonna be there ain't gonna be no digital sun. There ain't gonna be no digital moon and digital stuff. Cause that's the shit he trying to do, man.
And China already what? They making they got an artificial sun.
Yeah, bro, like come on,
China.
man.
Damn light bulb go out on your son and shit. Nigga, light bulb went out on the sun, dog.
Crazy, bro. I got some. The book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 3. It says, "The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh have spoken this word."
Right. So it's gonna be utterly empty, utterly spoiled. The Lord is making this place implode before it explodes, man. It's literally before your eyes. Things are being broken down. The morals have been broken down.
Terrible.
You know, the financial economy's being broken down. Right.
Food.
Yeah, people being civilized. That's about to be out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, everything. The food resource, the different resources you need to survive is being broken down, man.
Yeah, the infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
The apostles went into that. I think it's in Isaiah, the one that says the worms are cast under thee or over thee. Okay, and he was saying how that goes into the infrastructure of America being broken down.
I think that's Isaiah 14.
I think it is 14.
Right, yeah. Because worms, what do? They cause things to decay,
They decompose.
they decompose things. They break it down.
Yeah, you can actually create your own fertilizer bin with worms.
Yeah, it's something.
They create what's called worm casting. They eat, the different debris and food and stuff, and they shit, and then you can, put it around the trees or whatever the case is. But yeah, they eat things, decompose things. All right, so this place is decaying. There's potholes all around. You know what I'm saying? They having to repair the streets every couple of months, man.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yep. Verse 4 says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish."
Right. So the earth is fading away, man. And the haughty people of the earth, these two-time losers, they languishing, man.
Yeah.
And then soon these elites are gonna be languishing, man. You know.
They're gonna be languishing. They're gonna have fetters and chains, and iron on them.
Right. So the earth is in its infirmity, man.
Literally.
That's why let me grab that precept. That's why we need the Lord Yahweh Shai to come back, man. Right? To reestablish righteousness on the earth and to turn the earth back into a paradise. Even though there are places on the earth that are so beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
Right? Certain places that really haven't been touched much like that, man. But there are a lot of places that's just this devil's destroying things, man. He's fucking up the order.
We can't even. Only way we can experience that, so to speak, is by looking it up on the internet, going on YouTube.
Taking a virtual tour.
Taking a virtual tour. You know what I'm saying? Damn, bro. But now he's setting it up where he's having these virtual devices, where you'll actually feel like you're there.
You're gonna put a fan for the breeze. You'll hear the breeze. The fan gonna come on.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get in that water.
With a damn sprayer, spraying mist on you, like the ocean. Looking at.
That's what he doing to cows. He got cows. You know what I'm saying? With the virtual devices on their face that make them think they out
grazing.
Yeah, grazing. Meanwhile, they all locked in
together. Nigga, the cows going crazy. Nigga sitting up there looking at grass, eating corn.
Yeah.
Nigga, it look like grass, but it tastes like corn. Am I going crazy?
That's just crazy, bro. This man's sick, man.
But if you gonna build up grass and have them stand in one place, you might as well just let them graze, nigga.
This nigga's sick, bro.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And it's he's sick, man. Cause how easy is it to have a field of grass, bro? The grass just grows.
Yeah.
You don't need nobody to cut it. They gonna eat it down. It's gonna grow some more. They gonna eat it some more.
Yeah.
How easy is that?
You gotta have the land space.
But they want to take the land space to build fucking laboratories so they can make lab-grown meat.
Yeah.
Like, bro, come on, bro.
For the urban development project.
Exactly, man.
Malls and living quarters and stuff.
You a selfish piece of shit, man. You know? That's why the earth all jacked up, man. The people all jacked up. Because even what you do to the animals reflect how that meat comes out. You know, and it reflects the spirits that's on that meat too.
Yes, sir.
People forget about that, man.
Well, you know what? That's why in these different satanic rituals, where they actually they drink the blood of humans or even young children, what do? They scare them
Scare the shit
so
out
they
of
can have that adrenaline because they want to drink and taste that adrenochrome, man.
That's crazy.
Because the different experience you take a living being through, that you can actually experience that in the food, man. You know, which I ain't saying you ain't supposed to be eating.
Wow, bro.
In the realm of
Or blood, period.
But we all eating it. We all eating it. You know, we all ate somebody
Yeah, probably so.
through the food.
And that's bugged out to even think about.
We all.
You know, that's definitely bugged out to think about that you may have.
I know we did. He
Yeah.
had to, cause he's sick, man.
Especially on that Mickey D's kick.
This man is sick.
That rabbi
years and
said.
years of eating meat.
Oh, I just seen Jake, right? They did a post yesterday about Jake is losing their goddamn mind too, right? We already know that. So everybody talking about the way they like their steak. Bro, I'm looking at Jake's comments, and I'm like one is well done.
Yeah.
2 is like,
Medium rare.
no, it's still like a nice well done. It was like six tier.
Yeah.
So as the further it goes up, it gets redder.
Yeah.
Jake going there putting 4 and 5.
Yeah, 4
I'm
or 5.
like, what
bro.
the fuck? I was shocked. I'm
Jake
looking at my
changed.
cousins and I'm like, what? I said no. It's well medium.
Yeah.
Well medium or medium well done. But this red shit kick
Yeah.
that Jake is on with eating the blood in his steak now, I said Jake lost it now, man.
Yeah, see, Jake is being swayed
Yeah, Jake lost it.
over to Esau, but you know, surely that turning the things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Mm-hmm.
See, Esau, people, and Jake want to fit in too. You know, that's why the scriptures say, why is thou trimmest thy way to seek love?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Because what you'll have is, Jacob put out a video of some perfectly delicious looking steak, well cooked, or some chef will cook it. A chef will cook it well done. You'll have people in the comment board saying, you ruined that steak.
Yeah.
They'll be in the comment board saying, enjoy your piece of rubber. Meanwhile, you're supposed to cook it all the way through, right? You properly cook it, it won't be rubbery.
Yeah. And it's,
But it's harder. See, it's harder to do that. It's easier to just put it in the pan for a minute on both sides and then eat it raw.
yeah. Now
You know?
there's certain ways you can make steak well done,
Good.
and it melts in your mouth too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It takes professional.
You gotta know what you're doing though.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to do all that. Hey, but he don't have the patience. Which goes back to what?
Yeah.
Feed me with that red lentils, you know,
Yep.
that red pottage, man.
Yep.
You know, it wasn't ready yet.
Yep.
But he was like, nigga, I can't wait. I eat this shit bloody. Hey,
Yep.
you have some Edomites that say
That's
what?
perfect.
They say slap it and throw it on my plate.
Mm-hmm.
I want it still moving. That's what you hear.
I know.
You
I
know?
know.
Go ahead.
Right. You got Edomites that just eat shit. Their diet is raw meat.
Straight
I
up raw
seen that.
meat.
I seen that too.
They do that. The Hamites do that too.
Yep. Yep.
There's just Edomite out there and around the Hamites of different tribes.
Yeah.
And you'll see them eat raw meat all the time.
Uh-huh.
No salt or nothing.
Yeah. They'll kill the bird with the slingshot or the animal, or rip his leg off and put it in his bag, and they'll eat that shit for a snack later.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Just chewing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Through.
This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. It says, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor,
Uh-huh.
but the way of the wicked seduceth him.
Yeah.
So Jake been seduced by the way of Esau, man. You know, with this raw meat thing, man. They've embraced that culture.
Yeah, they embraced a low life culture, man. They embraced a life without standards, low morality, no honor, no dignity, no integrity. This is what Jake embraces now, and this is not okay, man. This is not okay. Black culture is not okay. Latino culture is not okay. Native American culture is not okay. Edomite culture is definitely not okay, man. You see? American culture, or European culture, however you want to say it, man. Their way of living that's being, the standard that's being pushed forward here in America or around the world, this is not okay, bro. This is not okay. You see, and this is a part of the sign and grind that we're doing because we know this is not okay. And you got people that know these different things are not okay, but they're still in agreement with it. It's like, yo, like, you know this is wrong. But times have changed. Man, I'm not trying to hear that shit, man. Quit saying that. You wicked ass Jakes to keep saying that times have changed. It's 2023, man. Y'all wicked, man.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? That just shows you more and more that generation that sacrificed Yahushua is here.
Yes.
Okay, because they're doing it all over again. You know where it talks about where our Lord also was crucified, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of Jake joining in and crossing out of the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yep.
Even the little ways that they had spiritually where they were allowing to themselves, they're letting that go.
Yep.
And they're embracing this Edomite way of being. You know?
You got to pay, bro.
Hey, that's why the scripture say what? You are after your father the devil.
You're of
your father the devil. These Jakes are just like Esau, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
A quick precept. Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 21. It says, "Yet I have planted a noble vine." Right? We go into noble, it means being highborn or being of a high status or rank. So yet I have planted a noble vine, wholly a right seed. So as a whole, our nation is the seed of the righteous.
Yep.
Right? As a whole. Right? And we just read what? The ways of the wicked seduce them. Right? It says, "How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?" When you go into the word degenerate, it means to, you know what? I'm going to actually grab it. But our people have become degenerates, man. Right? How? By taking heed unto the ways of the heathen and stooping down to their level by following their culture, man. By following their customs. Right? Because the Lord gave us, our customs is wisdom, man. Our culture is wisdom. You know, and the culture of these other nations, man, is foolishness.
Folly.
Folly.
Right, why are you getting that? Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's how you know the righteous are not in authority, man. People are mourning, man. The earth is mourning. The plants, the fowls of the air, the beasts, you know, the sea life. Everybody's in a state of mourning. It's just being covered up. It's a mask. You know what I'm saying? It's really everybody just fronting, capping for real. You know what I'm saying? People be putting stuff all on social media, playing this happy role. People through for real, man. The majority. And if they not, they gonna be real soon, man. Cause this place is about to shut down again. This place going down, man.
That's why I say all of creation mourners together are waiting for the revealing of the sons of God. You know, sons of the Most High. All of creation, like the bro said.
This is the word for degenerate in the etymology dictionary. It says, having lost or suffered impairment to the qualities proper to the race or kind. It says to be inferior to one's ancestors. To become unlike one's race or kind. Because we have a way or fashion about us that is not like the other nations, man. You know, that ancient way, the law, statutes, commandments the Lord gave us. It says, fall from ancestral quality. Use of physical as well as moral qualities. Right? So basically, you fall from the standard, man.
Fall from grace, basically. You know, the scripture about the vineyard goes into that perfect. You know, he said, how then did I get these wild grapes? See, when it says to fall from the qualities of your ancestry, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, Yahweh Shem Yahushua cultivated us as a nation that was supposed to be sweet and pleasing unto Him. Okay, but we begin to take on these attributes of these other nations, which changed the flavor profile of the grapes. We became these sour grapes. These grapes that is like, wait a minute, these are supposed to be perfect for the white Zinfandel, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm supposed to be able to get this perfect sangria, whatever, you know?
Uh-huh.
And now this shit's coming out sour,
Yeah.
you know, because sugar content gives you a certain amount of alcohol. The more sugars that are in there, the more food for the yeast, which gives you more alcohol, because the yeast excrete the alcohol. So, hey, we instead of sweet, we became bitter to the Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yep, back you up, Isaiah chapter 5, verse 7. For the vineyard of Yahweh of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. He looks for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry.
That shows you that Judas is favored, because he talks about the whole vine being Israel, but he said the pleasant plant is the men of Judah. That's his favorite, right? The first tribe.
Yep. Verse 8, woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till be no place, that he may be placed alone in the midst of the earth.
And that's how this devil has these cities set up.
Yep.
Man. Especially the ghetto, man. Them row houses,
Bro,
them project buildings.
Mm-hmm.
You got somebody living on the left, living on the right, living in front of you, living behind you, on top and the bottom.
Bro, you can literally open your door, bro, and walk outside with your neighbor right there and slide him up at the door. What's up, bro? What you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then go right back in the house.
Right.
Oh, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's not righteous, man.
Going to house, man. That's wickedness. You know, and he does that with his apartments and all that stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's wickedness. I ain't supposed to be hearing what you doing with your woman. I ain't supposed to be smelling what you cooking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But now this is the future way, because now what you see them building, right? We ain't even because that's what they're going. They're going to the 15-minute city. That's a whole nother ball game right there. But they got something called it's called block housing. So what block housing is, it's a big block building. It's almost like an apartment building, but it's more luxurious. So it's more of a it's right. We got one
Right across.
We'll show y'all in a second, but there's one right across over there. But it's like it holds what, hundreds, probably to thousands of people, and they're just set up right next to each other. You know what I'm saying? And they're making everything convenient for you within that perimeter, which is that's leading to the 15-minute city. What is the 15-minute city? Look it up, bro. Just look it up. 15-minute city. I'll just say this: in this 15 minutes, you have a 15-minute city perimeter that you're only allowed to be. Right? Everything is going to be there. If you go to school, your school will be within 15 minutes. Your grocery store is going to be within 15 minutes. Your gym, your swimming pool, whatever. Your job, everything's going to be there in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. What are you doing, man?
And I think they're going to have the rail system in the middle of it.
Yeah, they'll have a real. Yeah, so it's 15 minutes. You can walk, you can bike, or you can take the transit.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Because that cars, they're done.
Mhm.
You're getting rid of that car stuff.
And they're going under the guise of it's going to be CO2 friendly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Less pollution in the air.
It's carbon.
But then they just approved the flying car shit. So what is that flying off
That's
of?
going to be for the people who got that nice social credit score.
You know what
Yeah.
I saw a dude in a Tesla. He was on the side of the road, and the dude was like, "You need help?" He was like, "Yeah, I need some gas." They was like, "You got a Tesla?" He had a generator in the back, and he put gas in the generator, then plugged it into the Tesla to power up the Tesla. And then nigga went to a charger station to get charge up, and the damn Tesla generator was powered up by gas.
Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day, he just doing this. See, there's more efficient ways to harness electricity that Esau knows about.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not about the benefit of the person or the benefit of the environment. It's about control.
Yes.
And they show you this in the movie. One of the movies is Fifth Element. Okay, everything was on a electrical grid, and as soon as Bruce Willis had hit another car, he lost points on his license. They were immediately knew he was in an accident, and he lost 2 points. Man. The damn nigga even knew when he fled the scene. And they knew. They was like, well, look, you done fled the scene, nigga. You got 0 points left on your license. You can't drive no more at this point. Hey, so the devil's showing you through these different movies and things how he eventually wants to do it. The movie Time or Out of Time, whatever it's called, with Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
You run out of time. If you ain't putting in work, they're gonna deem you as a useless human being. You're no longer worthy of living. Your time run out, you die.
Yep.
Yeah, so like the brother was saying, it's all about control.
Yep.
Because look, these devils got all the resources.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They got all the resources, man. A lot of these elites, they got so much money that it's not even, you can't even count it.
They have more than their heart can wish for.
More than what their heart can wish for, right? So then, what else can you do? What else is there to conquer? You got all the resources, but now they want to conquer all the people, man. They want to have complete, absolute control over your mind and your spirit.
Yep, I got some. Because to back you up, right? Remember on July 4th, Sheets was giving away gas for
Cheap, like $1 something.
$1.76, right?
Really?
Yeah, but that gas stations was filled everywhere,
Yeah,
right?
You wasn't gonna be able to get no gas probably anyway.
It was loaded. So so me and a coworker was talking about it, and I'm like, how was they able to do that? He's like, maybe they got a good deal on gas. I'm like, nah. I said, you know how much money they probably lost behind that? $1.76?
Well, you know them trucks gotta fill them stations up. So they probably was like, look, don't come today. Once that motherfucker empty, it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fill it up till after the money go back to the normal price.
You gotta think, bro. They saved. You was almost saving $2.50 a gallon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, well, I wonder if there was stipulations like was premium also $1.70?
Everything.
You saving $3 on that.
Every single one. But
Yeah.
the people that own the sheets, right? They're billionaires. Of course.
They got more than Harkowitz.
They're billionaires.
They ain't
They're
taking no loss.
you know? And
Don't see
you
the
know,
fuck they overhead at all. It's like, look at those niggas. Go ahead, bro.
James chapter 5 verse 1, go to now ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers which have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
Right. So, our people are the laborers, man. Right? And you've been treating us wrong. You know? And hey, we cry unto the Lord.
Yeah.
Right?
Did it say the money crying?
It said, which one?
That's towards the end.
And the cries of them which have reaped, that one?
Yeah.
I'll read it again. Behold, the hire of the laborers which have reaped down your...
Higher of the name.
Hire of the laborers.
Go ahead.
The hire of the laborers which have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of
So that's a
Sabaoth.
double cry. See, it says the hire that's kept back crieth, and then the cries of them that reap the fields is also entered to the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. So see, right before that it said the money was a witness against you, right?
Uh-huh.
So the fact that you got so much money shows you're underpaying, right? Hey, they definitely not paying Jay what they really worth
No.
for the work that they do.
For the work that they do.
So that's
right.
a witness against you.
Yep.
You know? And then not only that, the cries of the people that's actually doing the labor is going up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you got a double witness.
I didn't. I watched this documentary. Documentary that the
Words, man.
bro be talking about, and I finally see it. Yeah, this devil from Belgium, right? His name was King.
Oh, you talking about King Leopold?
Oh man, bro.
That nigga, bro.
Oh, he was a complete demon, man. I watched that, and I'm like, I was pissed. I'm just looking at my phone at work, like, but it makes sense. I said, Firestone. Oh, the place with the tires. Oh, that's where they got the rubber from. From Jake, destroying Jake in the Congo and other places surrounding that area. They said they tore down their farming fields and made rubber tire fields or something to that effect. Where people was dying because they couldn't eat. They just wanted them to work. And I'm just like, yo, like, this devil really did so much shit in the earth. It is unbelievable, man. That's why when we talk about everything that Edomites have, that they're able to pass down and with their people inherit, because everybody has that notion of how do we benefit? Bro, all y'all Edomites are benefiting off y'all forefathers doing complete wickedness, bro. These different top billion-dollar companies, insurance companies, hospitals, universities, banks, like Carnegie Mellon and all them people we mentioning, but it was demons, man. Complete demons, bro.
Right, because these universities and hospitals, these different education facilities, even the public schools you see today, they were all created by these elites.
Yep.
And what really was it for? To train you to be a slave.
Yeah.
That's what it was for.
And not think for yourself.
It took away, see, what a trade gives you the ability is to be your own boss, okay, to make a certain demands of how much money you want. Oh, shit, I'll take my trade somewhere else. Because a lot of these things is in demand. Shit, if you know how to work on cars and you efficient, you could be your own mechanic. You don't got to work for a shop. And it's so much in demand, you can set your own prices, you know what I'm saying? If you know you're good at it, there's so many aspects. But you want to take that away and take it out of the schools. Shit used to be taught in schools. So you want to remove it, so what? Treat you how to be a homeborn slave.
And he took it out of Jake's schools.
Yeah.
Because the Edomites still got certain trades.
Woodworking and things like that still in Edomite schools.
Yeah, you go into some like those suburban schools, they got all that stuff in the shit.
Yeah,
electrician work, carpentry, all of it.
I went to a school that taught computer-aided drafting. CAD. You could learn CAD at my school. As a freshman, I was taking CAD. So that means there's probably a 3-4 year course, right? We're up into a senior where you can fully learn how to do CAD, which can take you into being an architect. You know what I'm saying? Among other things that you can go, shit, you can do 3D printing with that shit, whatever, that could be a good skill.
Now he's smart because we was the best, bro. That's how when we had Tulsa, Oklahoma, when we had Rosewood and the other 100 different cities that they have built at a lake or a zoo or a park or a building over the Jake cities where they was flourishing, because they knew how we got down, and they knew we was more efficient and we were better than them, and they didn't like that. That's why the whole Tulsa, Oklahoma thing happened, because Jake, we ain't need y'all. We was doing our own thing, man.
Esau couldn't stand it.
Esau couldn't stand that, bro.
Yeah, over there on that beginning portion where you're going up into the hill, there's a big cement building, and Jake's older Jakes that got do trades. They say, yeah, we used to go here to learn the trade for free, and then they shut it down. So a lot of older Jakes, they be getting they had an advantage for going to some of these trade schools for free, these different programs, and then they shut it down because they knew Jake would benefit from it.
Yep. Because remember, you learn, like you said, you learn that trade, bro. You be able to make money and be able to provide for your family, and then your wife don't gotta go to the workforce. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't gotta be out there. She could be raising your children, man.
Keeping the house in order, man.
Yeah, man, there's just so much he done, man, and people be like, oh, it ain't that bad. He ain't do this. You gotta realize, bro, your whole life and existence that you see everything happening has been behind him. Now, everything is from the Lord. We get it because we cursed. So we understand it. But when we start to talk about the dynamics of what Esau did to destroy us as a people, bro, you cannot sway me and tell me he's not the devil. Right? So verse 5, it says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. So y'all living in pleasure, man. You have more than your heart can wish for. You see? You have more than your heart can wish for. That's why you're able to pass down to your children, and to your children's children, and to your children's children, and to their children's children, right? Billions of dollars, right? Because you got free slave labor for hundreds of years. And you still benefiting from it till this day. Till this day. You have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you. So what do it say? It says, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. So James is letting us know, like, look, be patient. We being patient, man. You know, going through all this hell. We waiting for the coming of the Lord. But we need the Lord to come back. You know? We don't just want, we need the Lord to come back, bro.
That's facts.
So it says, be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husband waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it until he receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. And that's what we're waiting for, man.
Yeah, see, he's waiting for that fruit to ripen. You know the first fruits are what? The elect.
Yeah.
See, how about Shemel Shah is waiting for every member of the elect to reach that certain stage that the Most High wants them to be at before he come back and he reaps the earth, right? He's going to take the fruits and he's going to kill the rest of the plants and the weeds that's left. You see? So, hey, we don't know when that's going to be. That's why it says establish your hearts. You're going to have to be patient. But the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, can patiently wait on the elect to be ready. And how much more you? You just got to wait and hope that you're a part of that fruit that gets reaped into that basket, you know?
Hold on, please,
Yep.
real quick.
Yep.
This is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Yep. And that's what's going to take place when the nuclear destruction comes. Fire upon the wicked, man. And it's not just Esau. You 2/3 too. You heathen. Fire upon all y'all, man. You know?
Fire upon Babylon.
For real, man.
Hey, you know, and, hey, man, I always try to emphasize the importance of the imagery that the Lord gives you. See, when you think about roots, a tree's roots run so crazy deep. So when the Lord says he's going to leave them neither root nor branch, that means there's not going to be a trace or any chance of recovery for that thing, whether it's a person, whether it's a, because we see men are trees. So whether that's a family line, everything is going to be decimated, all right? Everything in American Babylon is going to be, the elements shall be dissolved with a fervent heat, man.
Yep.
So go to the trees, the niggas, the niggalettes, Edomites, all you, everybody, everything that ain't the elect is going to be disintegrated, dog. You'll be looking down like, God, dog, nigga, where did this desert come from?
Oh, the Israel niggas.
Yeah, the Israel
Wicked
niggas.
Israel niggas.
You see? So, hey, that's beautiful imagery the Lord's giving you. Neither root nor branch. See, it ain't gonna be some light destruction where you gonna come back, you gonna see a tree stump. No, nigga, ain't gonna be no roots in the ground. You know?
Right. It says Malachi 4:2. It says, but unto you that fear the name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and you shall go forth and grow up as the calf of the stall. Right. So the Lord is gonna bring us back into health, man. You know, we're gonna be living rich, man. You know, fattened up like the calf of the stall, man.
Yep.
You know, so the Lord has to bring the healing, man. He's the physician.
Yep, the Lord's gonna keep his elect sustained, all right, during the times of tribulation. That's why it said all those things about a man being covered from the wind, being as a rock in a weary place, but the Lord's gonna sustain his men. All right? We just gotta be selective who we let chill up under that rock. We don't want no rats under the rock. You know what I'm saying? We want some pheasants and chickens and stuff. We don't want no rats.
Isaiah chapter.
Deer.
No, you good. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. You know, because we're gonna need that divine intervention, man. You know, because from the outside looking in, it's like, bro, like, how we gonna get out of this? When E start really coming down, it's like, bro, oh, we need the Lord. Because like, look at the technology he has, the power that he has, the resources that he has. Bro, he can literally just shut everything off.
Yeah.
Right now, because everybody talk about it when the grid goes down. When the grid goes down, it's gonna be a whole nother ball game, bro.
Yeah.
Or not even just the blackouts.
Yeah, the blackout, yeah.
Bro,
People don't know how to go.
Which that's the
People
same.
don't know.
The blackout is the same as the
The
grid.
grid
shutdown.
going down, yeah.
You know, when we talk about the grid, we're talking about the electrical grid. All right. So once that fails, if you don't have
It's out.
certain know-how, I mean, look, you can have a deep freezer right now. When the grid fails,
Everything got to get yeah.
yeah, you gonna have to know how to chop them junk and to smoke it,
Mhm.
build you a fire and
Right.
smoke it and turn it into jerky.
Yeah.
Jerk it, yeah.
You know, I don't know if you can jerk chicken, but we're gonna have to figure out how to jerk it where it survives and it's still edible.
You
And
gotta,
that's
You
that.
cook
Yeah.
chicken too long, that shit get like leather. Nigga. You ain't
Yeah.
eating that shit.
That was the whole point of jerk chicken to preserve the meat.
Preserve it
longer.
more. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And smoke is a preservation tool. Smoke as well as salt. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know these old ways, you know, or hey, I mean, you know,
I just watched a dude this morning. He chopped up some meat and he boiled some type of water and he put it in a mason jar.
yeah. See, it's called canning. You can can in a mason jar.
Mhm.
You put the meat in the jar, and then you seal it. Then when you boil it in the water at a certain temperature, it creates pressure, which preserves the meat for years.
Yeah, so he had a pot and then he put the boiling stuff in the mason jar.
Yeah. Oh, you
Then
put the boiled stuff in the jar?
yeah, I was surprised. I was like, that shit ain't gonna bust.
No, they made it. They
They're
made the
pretty-
canning.
they're pretty, yeah.
Yeah. And there's actually another method, a preservation method, where you put the jar, you put the stuff in the jar, then you put the jar in the water bath,
yeah.
and you cook it, and it creates pressure, and it preserves the food.
Okay.
You can preserve the meat for years.
Well, we need mason jars.
Yeah, we do. Yep.
We need mason jars.
And there was a shortage on jars for a time whenever
Yeah.
CVID hit, and so we got to try to.
We need mason jars.
I know where there's a lot of them too.
Because I never thought about that aspect of putting it in the meat in the jar.
And save your candle glasses too, because we can make candles in them. Like
Save
we
all
was
them
talking about the other day. You
Ah.
know what I'm saying? So some of that stuff will come in handy.
Well, we need mason jars.
Because I don't want to use mason jar to make candles.
We're gonna start preserving. We're gonna start switching that over then.
Yeah,
know
so
what I'm
just
I'm already a brother that collect glass.
You know what I'm saying?
I collect glass.
Yeah. And I mean, but there's just different. Ultimately, we trusted in the Lord.
Yeah.
But if the Lord put it on your spirit to do things like get certain things, that's just being wise, man.
Prove the
we,
man perceived the evil.
yeah, and hide himself.
himself.
We're not doomsday preppers, but we ain't no fools neither.
Yeah, we ain't stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we know the power's going. Hey, look, the Lord ultimately puts the Spirit on us to do certain things anyway. So not out of fear, but you'll be a fool if you know. Look, you'll be a fool if you know the truck about to. Let's say you in the street, you got a shield that can't be run over by a truck, but you can't move. You'd be a fool not to put that shield over your head, dog.
Yeah.
And the truck coming. You're stupid.
You
You
stupid.
still, oh shit, I'm gonna have faith. Throw the shield to the side. You guys gonna get ran over.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You better
Yeah.
use that shield, dog. You know what I'm saying? So
No, that's just right. That's
Go
right,
ahead,
bro.
dog.
I got something, man. Cause bro. It's not hard, bro. It's really, and then you got YouTube right now, so you can just look it up.
You can learn anything on YouTube,
They
bro.
call it YouTube Universe.
Yeah,
You know?
YouTube University. Yeah.
Telling you, man. People gotta get they, you know what I'm saying? Look, hey, shit,
The
boy.
simple is gonna perish. If you just Jake in the simplicity mindset, you keep loving simplicity if you want to.
You
Don't-
thi-
shit gonna hit you like a Mack truck. Go
You
ahead.
think you're gonna be running around outside when she hit the fan, man? Hell no.
You ain't gonna be no Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 50-cent wings at the
Yes,
bar. And
ow.
shit. That shit out.
The hell?
You
Okay.
gonna be on the grill, nigga.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You gonna get
Yep. Yep. The book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And at the time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, withstanding for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book.
Right. So everyone that was already predestined to make it, man. Look, that's who's gonna be delivered, man. The different things we're going through right now, they may seem like a lot, man, but compared to what the Lord's really about to bring upon the earth, all right, to the earth, but especially for our people, hey, these different troubles or afflictions we're going through, that's in preparation, man. Because it's gonna be far worse, since, like he read, since there was a nation, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble,
but he shall be saved out of it.
Right. So that none is like it, man. None is like. It's gonna be like this day.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a time like never before. You know, and the Lord's about to let these spirits just do what they do, man.
Yep.
Do what they was created to do.
That's right. That's right.
You know?
What's up, brother?
And then just to back you up to last precept, the scripture said when we are judging so that we're not condemned in the world. Just going in what the bro was saying. You might be having a light affliction, but you have not yet resisted unto blood. You know what I'm saying? So just keep enduring, man. You know, it's gonna be worth a great reward if you endure these things, man.
Right.
Go ahead, close this up.
Yeah, so hey, with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash.
double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopeful elect brothers and sisters that believe in this word and that fear in the Heavenly Father and the Son.
Yep.
So with that, shalom.
Shalom.
And abad babal.
Abad babal.
Shalom.